students, we just finished reading the story, Good Job, Ben. Now, after reading the story, I'm going to be talking about characters, settings, and the events in the story. So the beginning, middle, and end of the story. So characters can be people, animals, anything that that moves, talks, has feelings, expresses opinion in a story. So in this story, it mostly had people, right? So I had people living in like a little small community. So if you look at the title, Good Job, Ben, so the story is about a little boy named Ben. So Ben is a character in the story. So we can go ahead and put Ben. And then another person in the story that you see throughout the pages is his mom. So, and in the story, it didn't really say his name. It was just Ben and Mom went to the bus stop. Ben and Mom went to the grocery store. So I'm going to say Ben's mom is another important character. Now, in the beginning of the story, we were at a bus stop. So there was the bus driver is a character of the story since they drove him around. I'm going to add more columns because we need more. I don't know why it's not letting me. It's fine. They'll just share. But yeah, there was the bus driver. There was the crossing guard, like the person holding the stop sign, so the crossing guard. And there was the construction workers. And there was the veterinarian. Or I'm just going to say the vet. Dr. Vet. There we go. And the person working at the bakery. So characters is anyone that takes place in a story, and Ben's teacher. So those are all the characters that I saw in the story. But a setting of a story, it could be a specific place. So a setting could be somewhere in Spruce Pine, North Carolina. It could be very Pacific, or it can be very vague and not very Pacific. So you could say it took place in the woods, but we don't know which woods or where it is, or it could even be a make-believe place. So settings can be very different across different books. But in this story, so if we look, it looked like they were in a town, right? Because there was like a bus stop. So we can say the setting was in a town or small city, somewhere like that. And then if you flip back, they went to the bakery. So that could be another setting. So the bakery is a place. And then they also went to the vet to take their dog Jet to the vet. And then he also went to school or to the library. So I'm going to say school/library. And that's like all the places that I've seen while reading this book. Now, if we flip back, so the events in the story take place in the beginning of the book. So what happened at the beginning? Well, at the beginning of the book, Ben and Mom went to the bus stop and got on the bus. So I'm going to say Ben and his mom went to the bus stop and got on the bus. And then what happened when they went off the bus? So this was in the middle. So after they got off the bus, they saw construction workers. Saw construction. They went to the bakery. And the vet, because they took their dog Jet there. And last but not least, they went to the library. It could be a public library, it could be the school library. Just said Ben and Mom stopped for books. Ben can get help from Miss Glenn. Glad job. What did Ben read? What has he read? Ben read books on jobs. Good job, Ben. So it says this was in a library, but it didn't say if it was at a school library or at a public library. So at the end of the story, he went to get books and he read about the different jobs in the community. So that was kind of like the end result of the story of Good Job, Ben. So remember, characters are any people, animals that take a part in the story. So all of these people did take a part because the bus driver drove them from one point to another, and then the crossing guard helped them to get across the street, and then the construction workers were fixing the pavement. So all these characters took a part in the story. And then the settings could be very specific points, like it could be a point in a Pacific city like Spruce Pine, or it could just say it was in a forest. But in this example, it didn't say what town or city this was in, but it was in a town or city, because you could tell since they had buildings and transportation systems. And then they had a bakery and vet and school and library. And then in the story, every story has a beginning, middle, and end. So these were the beginning and middle and end parts of the story. And thank you for watching. See you next time.